Hi folks, back to the TFS Talks. It's me, Greg, back again with a new podcast. Today we're featuring John from Oxgangs Trinity in the Leafa Sunday Morning League. So welcome John, how are we doing today?
Hi Greg, I'm not bad man. Yourself?
Not too bad mate, just kind of quite happy to get you on the show and get a wee chat about sort of the lower leagues, so-called, at the Sunday Amateurs.
Cause I mean they say it's the lower leagues mate, but I mean some of these Saturday teams will get a fright when they play half of our leagues, so see what happens maybe in pre-season.
I don't doubt that at all mate, so let's hear a wee bit about yourself and your team. So how long have you been involved with Oxgangs?
Well, I mean, Oxgangs, we've been running for 6 years now. This when the season's finished and going to the next one, it'll actually be season 7 for us. So it's quite a long lifespan for an amateur team, especially Sunday mornings. As you can see, some teams fold within 6 months, a year, 2 years, because they just lose interest, they lose the players. But I mean, we've been going, like I say, 6 years, and we started when me and my brother were playing for Meadowbank Wednesday in the Sunday Morning League. And I mean, loads of our friends, both our friends, like, were ready to start playing amateur football, like, coming up for under 17s, under 18s, and then it was under 18s, 20s. So they just decided, so we spoke to my dad and my uncle, and they used to run an amateur team back in the 80s and 90s. So they decided that we'd start Oxgangs Trinity.
So it's good. It's good to hear. So is there anything that makes Oxgangs Trinity special at all, or anything that you'd want to point out before we go on with this?
I mean, if you ask 90% of the boys that have played for us, when we're playing at home, if you want a bacon roll in the morning, my mum will make, like my mum, she's club secretary, she'll make you a bacon roll. She'll come out, tea, coffee for players. People like bring their girlfriends to games and that, they'll get a hot chocolate or whatever. My mum,
is this like a wee unofficial advert?
Honestly, no, not at all, mate.
Any players listening to this, you know where they'll be signing next year.
I know. I mean, if you're up for it at 10:30 on a Sunday morning, no. But I mean, like I say, it's like a hospitality, amateur hospitality,
Mate,
but no,
brilliant.
So, but I mean, like I say, we started off the first season. I mean, we had some brilliant players playing with us. Players that have gone on to win like East of Scotland trophies, things like that. Lewis Knox, he's played, like I say, he's played East of Scotland, Lowland League. He's come, as far as we know, he's still playing East of Scotland, but there could be something in the paper.
You're trying to get wee Knoxy over the line. Lewis is a good player. I've played with him a few times. Good player.
I appreciate the work rates on him. So
I've chased him about the park before too. It's not much fun.
It's something you want to do. I've done it at sevens myself, and I mean, I'm not exactly the fittest man in the book either. So.
So you're feeling like things are going quite well with you this season, or?
This season, I mean, we've had some decent results. Played Pentland Athletic. I don't think they'd been beaten at the time we beat them.
Really, that's a good result. They've got a big squad. They've got a few good players there.
I mean, they've got a few good players. The guy that runs them, Gary, obviously he was playing, like I said, he was playing Lowland League at the start of the season.
Oh, I know Gary too. So, yeah, he's a good lad. I like Gary.
So I mean, at the time, like our centre mids, I was just like, just stick on him, like get on him, get in his face for the start of the game.
Kick him.
I mean, like it's not even kick him; it's just get in his face, like show him that that we walked over. And obviously, like teams, if they that most teams obviously have got that one or two players that they'll try and have everyone playing through them, like the game will go through them. So obviously, we basically took Gary not so much out of the game, but like prevented the ball getting into him all the time. So it was one of those ones. Like, I mean, it was a good game. It was 5-4, but the guy who had the goals, Dylan, I'm not going to slag him because he's my mate, but aye, that was his first and last competitive game for us. So
did he do them a few favours, mate?
Aye. But no, I mean, we've also had a few Holocaust results this season as well. I mean, Kingston, I mean, a good bunch of guys, but they're not. It's just like watching a few guys that played sevens before. Where
I've played a few games for Kings now, mate. That's not very nice. You trying to say?
I mean, I get on with them. They're all good guys, but they're no. I'm fair play to them. Like, obviously, they've had a few horrible results. I mean, we gave them a hiding as well right at the start of the season. So But they came back to our park and beat us 6-5. So
they actually, looking at the Sunday morning results before the break, they actually looked like they maybe picked up a few new players.
I looked like they picked up a few wins in that. So I don't know if obviously they've picked up a few players and
change a few faces can make a big difference, mate.
Definitely, even 2 or 3 players in any team, mate, honestly, it can make a massive difference. Because you just need that character, or even just a leader that comes in and gets everyone working together. Which is what a lot of teams do like that as well. So, or they have 11 leaders, and that's what you want. But some teams just have one person who gets the gears grinding. So
definitely, mate. We all have one in our team, and it's good to have. So, just you were saying before we chatted that your team's done a little bit of work off the park. You said that. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So like going back to the start, my uncle, they started the team together, but tragically 5 years ago, my uncle actually passed away of a heart attack. So ever since we've had a charity game in memory of him at Spartans for the British Heart Foundation. So what we do is we usually get like guys that have played for Oxgangs, past and present. So it's usually like the guys that play in the first half are the guys that are presently playing in the second half. It's boys that played previously, and that's usually against like my uncle's son, so my cousin, and like all my uncle's family. So it's a good laugh because they get some good players in as well. Boys that play Saturdays, you probably know a few of them. Fraser Aird and Big Fraser Aird plays. Josh Hutchison, they both play for them as well. So they've got a good standard as well.
Fraser Aird that played Rangers. Or a different
one?
No,
it's no Fraser. Sorry, no Fraser. It's James Aird.
Right.
That Fraser Aird, he got binned for his contract actually. Cove.
I met him at the Scottish Open, mate. I was a bit hungover and got a bad selfie.
I mean, that's what you want, mate. But no, I mean, so we have the Trinity game. Obviously, it's postponed as of now. We've not got a date for this year, but over the past 2 years, we've raised £3,500 for British Heart Foundation, which is,
massive, mate. That's brilliant.
I know. I mean, folk always say, "Oh, we've done this and that," and I'm like, "Well, we never brag. Like, it's not something that we have advertised. Oh, we do this and that." But I mean, we do have a big build up to it. We start usually planning in like April, towards the end of April, start of May, and get it all sorted for July. I mean, my mum, like, I think the first game there was over 400 people at the game.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's what you get to, your big East of Scotland teams, like, your Pennycooks, your Bonnet. Like, see, I know Bonnyrigg are now Lowland League, but that's not far off the gates these big clubs are getting, mate. That's brilliant.
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. Like, these folk, obviously, they just came out. It was a cracking day, lovely sunny day. I mean, the standard of the football is not brilliant, but it was a good laugh for everyone. Obviously, people having a drink at the bar and going on and playing football, and
it's brilliant.
It's a bit comical. But obviously, it's all for fun and charity, mate. So if you're raising the money, then...
going back to Team Finder then. So, what was your initial thoughts when you first saw Team Finder pop up on your Twitter? What did you think?
Well, at the time, obviously, you follow me. I was like, all right, I'll look, and then you're advertising for a goalkeeper. A goalkeeper was looking for a team, and my dad at the time, he's 53. My dad, he'll not mind me telling you that because everyone kens him.
To be fair, I played against him. I had a wee kind of feeling that he might have been a wee bit older than me, but I wasn't going to say anything. He played well. Saved a penalty, by the way. 53-year-old saving penalties. You can't understate that.
Well, I've got a story about a few penalties that he saved. We'll get into them later on anyway. But so obviously, my dad he decided at this point that he'd had enough just playing football. He'd just been really busy with work, so he was like, "I'm not going to play anymore. I'm just going to step back. But we need to find a goalkeeper." And then obviously the goalkeeper, he says, I got his details, he was happy to come out, and then he decided that he'd found another club. So that was unfortunate, which meant, oh well, it's hopefully... And then
trying to figure out, what was the name of that club? Did it start with a P?
No, Kings Now.
Kings Now, is that who he went? Oh.
Yeah. And he saved a penalty against us when he beat us 6-5, so bit of a kick in the teeth, but like I say...
It's a lot for blood thicker than water, eh?
Exactly. But no, like I say, they're a good side. They've got potential to be a good side if they keep going. And obviously, you never wish any team to fold either. So good luck to them next season. But that's enough for Kings Now. So give them enough.
So what's your sort of thoughts so far on Team Finder? Have you found it useful? Have you?
I mean, yeah, of course. Like I say, when you've got, we had 13 of our first team players missing for a massive cup game, obviously, against Royal Pennycook. So trying to get a couple of players in from yourself, but unfortunately the two guys that you had forwarded me, they both said they would have played, but one was cup tied and one hadn't been released from his previous club, unfortunately. So
you can't account for that, mate. That's just bad luck.
No, it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate that guys that are says are happy to play, but then things like that come across, like keep up to you. So you can't account for that. That's no one's wrongdoing at all. But like apart from that, I mean, what you're doing is brilliant. I mean, the trials thing that you're advertising, that could be a massive step up for some of the amateur players that are, as we know, far too good to be playing at Sunday morning amateur football.
Well, you've got to look at both sides of it. You've got the people who are maybe coming from youth football who maybe aren't ready for the men's East of Scotland football or the juniors or Premier amateurs on the Saturdays. So clubs like yourself, the Sundays, you can come along and watch. And you might say, here, I like that player. And then you can tell me that. And then if I let that player know you're interested and maybe they're locally or whatever, you know, it could be a good fit for you because you guys are always looking to get a few young boys in, aren't you?
Oh, definitely. I mean, obviously, you need to have a couple of youngsters in because some of the guys, like, they're in their late 20s, they're getting a wee bit unfitter, so they're only like, John, at 45 minutes, I've got 10 minutes left in me, and you're like, I've only got 5 subs. So you're thinking, can you maybe bring these youngsters in and leave the older boys on the bench, start the young boys, give them 70 minutes, and then get the older boys on for the last 20?
See the game out in that, definitely.
See the game out in the level heads, the older heads, you know what I mean? It's, like I say, it's progression for the young boys, it's progression for yourself, and most importantly for the clubs that you're helping out. So
like for the Oxgangs Trinity point of view, that obviously you're the social media, you face it, you're on the team. Like if there's anybody listening here that's, you know, a young player that's maybe not tried Sunday morning, do you think they should maybe give it a chance rather than just knock it and not look at it? I actually don't mind it. I'm starting my own Sunday team, as you'll know, and I think a lot of people don't give it the credit it's due. What do you think about that?
I mean, the thing is, a lot of folk, they're attracted to winning trophies. At that age, you'll probably want, if you're coming up, if you've won the trophies, you'll be going to the progression up to these Scotland teams and the under 20s teams. Do you know what I mean? And the boys that aren't, they should take a step back, take a year and play the Sundays so they can get used to going before they do sign for the likes of top Saturday Prem teams and Championship teams, because it prepares them for the mature game rather than like it's not, I wouldn't say the children's game, but the youth game, because as you'll know yourself, Craig, the youth game is a massive step down from the amateur game, even at the top level.
Well, yeah, I would say it depends, because you've got the under-20s league now, which is kind of running in parallel to the East of Scotland, and a lot of the top 20s teams are as good as some of the weaker East of Scotland teams, and a lot of these players maybe aren't good enough for their parent club at the East of Scotland, and you know they should probably be going down and playing for their amateur teams like as yourself, or you know a Saturday team. Yeah, and definitely continuing, because it's a big jump to go from under 17s to amateurs, I would say, but going from under 20s to amateurs, I think it's really good because the players get toughened up. I think that there's too many coaches try and get you doing too much passing. I love passing football, but I think people have got to realise what at Scotland we're from. It's not Barcelona, and it's all right to go and play for a team that gets stuck in.
They'll try and play the Pep Guardiola way, and you're like, you need
to win your 50-50s.
Exactly. You obviously need to work on like toughening them up, like you say. But I mean, I do think that they need to bring in the rules that they have, like they have in England with the dual registration. Which, so I don't know if you're aware of that, but in England, obviously, they're allowed to play for, as they call it in England, the semi-pro teams, so like your Lowland League teams, your East of Scotland teams. But then on a Sunday, they can play on the Saturdays for the under 20s, under 19s. But then on a Sunday, they're allowed to play for an amateur side as well, so that they're grasping both concepts of a game.
Well, I was speaking to the Trinity manager from the Saturday team. He was saying exactly the same as you. He thinks that people from amateur are quite easy to go up and play East of Scotland. They can play as a trialist, no problem. But you can't loan players from East of Scotland to amateurs now. Is that something you would welcome as an amateur team, being able to have maybe players from a higher level, either Saturdays, amateurs, or East of Scotland on loan to help you out?
I mean, we've got a few Saturday players that play for top Saturday teams playing for us. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's obviously the Saturday, Sunday thing's a bonus, but I mean, these youngsters that are 17, 18, 19 that aren't quite getting the game time at the higher end clubs should be able to go out on loan, like I say, even if they do play 5 minutes on a Saturday, play the 90 minutes on a Sunday. So they're getting used to playing at the mature adult level.
Definitely, mate. I feel that with the level you play, it's actually competitive. whether the standards maybe not as good as some people say, but every game's a battle, and obviously you get some people try and hurt you, which isn't great. But
of course. I mean,
generally, there's lessons to be learned in Sunday football, 100%.
Definitely. I mean, there's like you say yourself, the standard's not great, but it's more the nitty gritty stuff. Like you can be 2-1 up, you could be 4-5-0 up with 10 minutes to go, and you can still end up losing or drawing those games. You know what I mean? Like you need to. It's like even benefiting for like game management, things like that, at the younger ages coming into the amateur game.
But then, if no offense to you guys, so obviously you're in the bottom league. But if you go up a league, of course, my team played Royal Pennycook in a friendly. They're a very good Sunday team. And you've got Wallyford Bluebell, who my Saturday team gave a game. They're a good side too. So the standards improving across the board. I just think maybe a few more players down at the clubs of the lower divisions would help massively.
Definitely. I mean, like, I don't know if you're aware, but we played Royal Pennycook in a quarter-final of the Cup, and they beat us 8-3. I mean, we had 13 bodies available that day, and a couple of the guys hadn't played football. Hadn't played in over 18 months due to like injuries, knee surgery, things like that. And we gave him. I mean, we never gave him a decent game. I mean, I think, like I say, is the referees. Obviously, at every level make mistakes, but I think there was a couple of mistakes in there as well. But I mean, that they had a striker who scored 5 goals, so you can't take that away from anyone. But I mean, I think they got a bit of a fright when it was 3-2. But obviously, when they've got 16 players available, when a team's got 16 available against 13, and guys haven't played in a year, 18 months, and players taking knocks in Europe, it's always going to be tough. So I think, excuse me, I think that at that top level, they are beatable, especially if you have a full team. I mean, teams always get counted out when a Sunday morning team against a Sunday afternoon team. But I don't think that should always be the case.
Fair enough, mate. You're making a lot of good points there, and I just kind of hope that people listening actually take these on board, because.
Oh no! I mean, obviously, like loads of teams will be like, we're playing Oxgangs, like think it's an easy game, but I mean, if you ask most teams that we've played, any team this season, they'll tell you that we'll give you the toughest game of the season.
Well, I think that obviously, as I've said earlier, that every game of Sunday amateur football is competitive, and you guys obviously, from what you're saying, it sounds like you guys are kind of proving that every game you go into, whether you're going to win or lose or draw, you're there for the fight, and that's, it's football's mentality. It's not just all about skill, mate. And I think the way you're coming across, your boys must be the same in the changing rooms.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the changing room's always a laugh. I mean, got people dancing about having a laugh. Some of the guys still pissed, like I say, pissed for the night before. There's other guys sitting in the corner talking to each other. I mean, the dressing room's brilliant. Like, everyone speaks to each other. There's no like, this person, like, no one speaks to X, Y, and Z. Like, everyone gets on. So, like, there's obviously a good team spirit, but again, we've not played the game in, I think it's 6 weeks now. And obviously, the last game we played was Royal Pennycook, so
they're still feeling a wee bit down for your defeat.
I mean, half of them are probably still hungover for Amsterdam, so
that's it. They'll all be locked in the house with crates of bevy for the last few weeks,
I mean, fortunately, I haven't had a bevy tonight, so I was going to have a few, but I thought, no, I'll stay sober for this one.
Mate, I know.
But I mean, another one we can go back to was we played Edinburgh Cali in East of Scotland third round as well.
They're a good side.
They're a very good side. I mean, I think they've only lost 4. I think they've lost 2 league games in 3 years, and 7 games over the last 3 years competitively. They beat us 5-4, I think it was, in East of Scotland. 5 or 6-4 it was. Sorry. I mean, they were 3-0 up in the first 10 minutes, and I was like, this could be a rout. Like, this could be a silly cricket score. I mean, bearing in mind, this game we had 13 players as well, and our captain, he was on the bench, he was injured. So, like I say, 13 players, and then we potentially had 14, but one of our players, he pulled out 10 minutes before the game. So we're down to the bare bones, 3-0 down, and I don't know what happened, but we brought it back. We went in 3-3 at half time, and then went 4-3 up with about half an hour to go. Like I say, their sideline, they were all like, well, we thought this was going to be a simple walk in the park, and then we we got a player came off injured. So obviously my captain, he's got on, but he was still carrying an injury. Obviously he was nowhere near up to his usual standard. So we ended up so obviously they noticed that and they were just playing around him. And obviously he was playing in the centre of the park. There was no really anyone else capable of playing in the centre of the park at the time. So I'm fortunate that we lost that one 6-4. But like they said, like I say, they've only conceded 4 goals once before in the last 4 years. So what does that tell you about the standard that people think we are and the standard that we really are when we're on a game?
I'll say 2 things about that, mate. I think that's brilliant for you guys, right? But also, if you're ever looking for a team to do stats, by the way, I honestly, I'll take you right now. That's brilliant. See if I've got somebody in my team doing that research, by the way. On you go. You better put in a transfer request to Oxgangs. I'll be having you along to my team.
See when you're hungover on a Sunday, mate, you need what else is it to do? You sit there on a Sunday, you're hungover, you've won your game or you've been beat. You're just sitting in the house, just sitting read up on other teams and how they get on. So
that's it, mate. You got
it sounds sad, mate, but I mean it keeps you going.
Any wee funny stories for your times at Oxgangs then?
Oh, I mean, funny stories.
If you could pick one,
and what's
the best
sense?
one? The daftest, football related, preferably.
I'll keep it PG then.
It's not a bad idea.
I don't know. I mean, there's been countless ridiculous own goals that were scored that would be on Soccer M if it was a professionals. Honestly,
few taxis being called.
That's it. Even the Royal Pennycook game just there. One of our players, I won't name him because it was brutal. But
are you sure you don't want to name them?
No, I'm not naming him. He's one of the quiet players in the team as well. So
it's one of them. If you name them, they won't sign and you're down to 12.
He does the training he does some of the training as well, so I won't name him. But he'll know who
Everyone knows who he is now.
But no, so I mean the first one he's trying to clear it and the balls went up and over him, and my dad's on the other side of the goals, like the ball's being cleared, so my dad's thinking it's better. And the next thing you know, the ball's looped over him and it's just in the other corner. I was like, so that was us 1-0 down 5 minutes in against the Royal Pennycook. And the second one, we're playing it across the back line and he's like flipped it and it went right over my dad's head into the goal, and we're just like, what chance have you got? And there was another one a few years ago. My wee brother, he was Jordan. He doesn't really play anymore, but he was playing, and he plays at centre back, and he's went to header it back to my dad, but he's put so much power on it for the edge of the 18-yard box. Put that much power on it, it's looped over my dad, and it's ended up hitting off the underside of the crossbar and going in. I mean,
you can't plan or account for stuff like that, though.
I mean, we lost that game 2-1, so. I mean, any striker, even anyone would have been proud of scoring a header that far out, like with the power they put on it.
Definitely, mate. So, team finder going forward, then is Oxgangs. Do you see yourself interacting with it more? Do you think that there's anything that I could be doing here with team finder to improve it, or are you quite happy with how the service I'm providing?
I mean, I think the service is brilliant. Like I say, we've just had unfortunate circumstances with a couple of the guys that you put forward to us that were going to play, but obviously kept things like unforeseen circumstances that didn't work out for either of us, unfortunately. So, but apart from that, I mean, the service, like, people advise everyone to use it. Like I say, if people are struggling for a player, you're always advertising players. Players are always looking for a club. Do you know what I mean? And even if you're a free agent and you are looking for a club, then you should go through Greg, because it will help you find a club.
Definitely, mate. That's what I'm here to do, is just try and help people. You know, I'm not sure where to take this just now, but I just want to keep helping people, and I'm gaining more of a following now that I've kind of I'm no longer anonymous. It was a lot for me to do that, but
no, definitely. I mean, obviously, like we've chatted over DMs for the last few months, and obviously I've been trying to guess who you were, but I had no idea.
And you were surprised when I came out.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, you're a young guy. You're only 21, and you've been you've been doing stuff that some agents get paid. I mean, obviously you're not like that top end agency, but I mean, you're doing stuff that some of these guys get paid thousands of pounds for nothing. Obviously, it's only an amateur game, but obviously this can be a stepping stone for you as well.
The amateur game's important to someday, somewhere, though, eh? So
the amateur game's important to all of us, mate. Do you know what I mean? If you only play amateur football, what would you be doing on a Friday night, like on a Saturday or a Sunday? Nothing. You'd be in the boozer all day. So
that's it, mate. So before we go, is there anything you'd like to add at all that maybe missed, or is there anything that we've not spoke about?
Not really anything that I can think of, but I mean, like I say, if you are a younger guy coming up, look into Sunday morning football, even Sunday afternoon football. It's nowhere near as bad as people make it out to be. And you will get Saturday players that will back you up on that. But you'll also get these Saturday players that think, oh, I'm too good for that. And they won't look at it at all. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those ones. But
it's all about the mindset, mate. That's it.
Exactly.
It. See if people played football on a Sunday, people would say, oh, no, I'm too good for Saturday football, you know? It's just the way it is.
Exactly. It's one of those things. I mean, if you go through to Glasgow, most of their players play Saturday and Sunday because the Sunday games are more for the fitness and like.
Definitely,
there's better chances to win stuff because there's players that are playing at these there's teams that won't win trophies in Saturday Prem, Saturday Championship, but they're brilliant teams. But if 4 or 5 of them go to a Sunday team, they could push it. You know what I mean? It's one of those ones, mate.
100%. Well, mate, just go over it and just say hi. Thanks for coming on today, John from Oxgangs Trinity. You know, it was a pleasure. I really enjoyed that. We'll get this up over the next week, you know. All right, thanks very much. I'll see you later on.
That's great, Greg. You take care.
Take care, mate. Cheers. Bye.